Now, in regards to evaporation, if you have a nice large surfaced enclosed aquarium like this one, you will definitely notice evaporation. You will notice over time the aquarium going down because water does evaporate. Also, aquariums like this one, it's enclosed, it's got a canister filter, and the water does evaporate. But when you move into little aquariums, you'll notice evaporation even more, because especially an open top one, mainly because it's small, so therefore you'll notice an impact on the evaporation. But then when you move on to your sump filters, you will be shocked. A lot of people that go to sump filters that have never had sump filters before, they think there's something wrong. They literally think the water's leaking, or they'll come back and say that they're literally shocked by how much water they have to add. So this aquarium, for example, that's the sump there. So that's a very tiny surface area for a large open exposed body of water. So you've got good surface agitation, which will promote gas exchange, but will also aid evaporation. But with that large surface area and that large volume evaporating away, and it coming out of this tiny sump, you'll be shocked how much water you've got to put in. In a tank like this, you've got to literally put about 2 full buckets a week. If you get annoyed by the evaporation, you can put a top-up system. So that's a top-up system there, which is a little float valve which goes into a reservoir. So as the water drops down, the top-up system does top the sump back up again. And you can get other sorts of top-up systems which can be connected to a barrel next to or around the aquarium, and when the top-up system goes down, pump switches on and pumps the water in to buy you a whole lot of time. So particularly if you go away a lot, it's worth considering a top-up system for your aquarium to combat evaporation. Otherwise, just be prepared for evaporation and be ready to be shocked. But in a 400 or 300 litre aquarium like this one, you expect to put in about 2 full buckets a week. But adding in the evaporation water too is a good opportunity to put in your supplements. So if you're going to use, for example, powdered supplements, which are better value, you can actually mix the powdered supplements into your fresh water. So that helps to supplement your aquarium with calcium or whatever you're supplementing, as well as just adding evaporation water. Now, if you have got a reef aquarium like this one, you also might seriously consider adding RO water for your evaporation instead of adding tap water, because in tap water you're going to have all sorts of impurities, especially silicants, which are going to cause diatom algae. So you will get a better result in your aquarium if you use RO water. And if you do have a pond, particularly some times of the year in summer, you will be absolutely shocked how much evaporation you get out of a pond. So you can easily hook a top-up system to your pond as well, or you just check on it regularly and put more water in. But evaporation is something that is very much to be expected. It's very much normal, and it's something that you'll gauge quite easily. Also with ponds, if you've got water features, it's important to make sure that the water feature is putting the water back into the pond, because very often you might think it's evaporation, but it could be worse than it is. But if the water feature is allowing the water to spill out of the pond during the water feature, or if you've got a fountain that's blowing water out, then the evaporation might not be as bad as you think. So anyway, just a few thoughts.